everyone, just a very quick video about how to pose for photographs. So many of you have asked about this and emailed me and left comments, and I also get asked loads by magazines for quotes and tips on how to pose for the camera. So I thought it would be a good time to do it because tonight I've got to send off a selection of photographs of myself, headshots, for a press thing. And believe it or not, although I have thousands of photographs of myself, I hardly ever own the rights to them. So normally it's the photographer that owns the rights, or the brand or the client who's booked you. So ironically, I have no photographs that I can send. So I've got my new camera, I've got my remote control, and I'm going to be taking a selection of, I'm just going to take photos until I get some that are good. And I thought it would be a good time to go through a few pointers, just a few, on how to be comfortable with the camera and a few do's and don'ts basically. So quite informal, quite quick. I'm going to cut in the pictures that I take of myself to illustrate my points, hopefully, if I get any good pictures. And I suppose that is my first point really, is that nobody gets a good picture straight away, and there's always this massive pressure when someone's taking a picture of you, because they kind of do one or two frames and then that's it, and especially if there's a big group of you. So the pressure is really on to get that shot within 1 or 2 times. And as a model, and I've been doing this for 11, 12 years now, you might have 100 or 200 frames to get the right shot. So I think that you're a lot more relaxed and comfortable from the beginning, because there's not that pressure that if you don't get it right the first time, or you're blinking, or maybe you're doing a stupid face or talking, you know, there's not that pressure. It's a lot more relaxed. Although it's not more relaxed because you've got loads of people watching you, it's a different type of pressure. So I would say my first major tip is to get comfortable with the camera. Now, everyone's got some kind of camera these days. They might have it on their iPhone or a different type of phone, or just a little kind of point and shoot camera or a camcorder. So there's no excuse not to get familiar with how you look on screen. I know a lot of people absolutely hate being on camera, but these days with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, it's kind of impossible not to be photographed. So I think that the important thing is to get comfortable with your face and with the camera, and it just makes a whole world of difference. Once you've conquered it, you never have to do it again, and you'll never be scared to be on film or on camera again. So yes, first thing is get comfortable with the camera. Just play around. Stand in front of it, you know, whether it's film or, you know, you might be holding your iPhone at arm's length, and just take frame after frame after frame, and then stop, have a look, see how you look from different angles. Or if you don't have a camera, do it in the mirror. It's a real cliche, but it's true. And I think even models do this. Probably models do it more than anyone else. You know, you're just moving your face around without talking, because talking ruins everything, and seeing which angles suit you best. Now, some people do this thing where they really drop their chin and they kind of look at the camera like this. It's not for me. I mean, it's a bit kind of doe-eyed and it makes your face look really weird. You've got to imagine what's happening to your face as you turn it. So if you're really going from the side, you know, maybe that is your best feature, the side of one cheek, but I don't know, it's not very likely. So you don't really want to be turning your face to any extremes like this. But then there's the classic model pose, which is slightly chin up, and that just kind of elongates the neck and changes the features slightly. So it really is about working out which are your best features and then moving your face accordingly. And once you've worked it out, just do that every single time. If you hate your smile, the main thing is just to be very relaxed about it. Some people smile like this because they're really nervous and they're tense, and that always looks bad. It always looks bad as well if you try and kind of keep your mouth closed and smile. So if you look, you'll always see, you know, when celebrities and models do a smile, they're always showing teeth, and that is the best way for the face. And just in general, try and relax the face. You know, if you're very tense like this and you've got your teeth clenched, your face goes shorter, so it's really bunched up. Whereas if it's relaxed, you've got a nicer shape to the face. So, you know, try and stay relaxed. I know it's easy for me to say, but you know, if you do practice in front of the camera, it gets easier, I promise. Hair. Now hair you can use to your advantage, so we can have hair over the face and you can hide certain features, but not too much. You don't want to be like this because it can look a little bit ridiculous, unless you're doing some kind of fashion shoot in which, you know, that could look cool. But, you know, use your hair. If you hate your ears, put your hair over your ears, you know, just use your common sense. And again, spend time in front of the mirror, work out what suits you. You can use your hands also. Hands can be a really good prop if you're nervous, just to kind of make you feel like the attention's away from your face. So, you know, you can use your hands to detract attention from your mouth, or, you know, you'll see a lot of model shots where there's hands in, and it can add something to the picture as long as it's not big, great, whopping sausage finger hand. You know, nice dainty fingers is the way to go. Now we've covered chin up, chin down, we've covered face from side to side and kind of big extremes that we don't want to do. And then there's eyes, and everyone says it's all about the eyes, and there's that funny phrase that Tyra Banks came out with, I think it was her, which is smize, and that's smiling with the eyes, which is the hardest thing to do. It's kind of like having a serious face but thinking happy thoughts behind your eyes, which I think is really, really quite difficult to do, but everybody asks for it, so it's one of the things as a model that you have to do. I'm not going to do it now because I can't do it without laughing, but just, you know, thinking positive things will lift your face slightly without making you smile. So, you know, if you're really grumpy and you're not into having your face taken, you're going to be like this, and your whole face drops and your eyes droop. Whereas if you're happier and you've got positive thoughts going on, the cheeks kind of lift, everything's firmer, the eyes are slightly lifted, and it just makes a difference to the photo. So smizing, smiling with the eyes, and not having the eyes too open like this. I'm going to drop in a photo of kind of frightened bunny so you can see, but also not having them kind of too shut like this because you look like you're asleep. And also, who is this photographer? Get them to take another one. If you're not happy with it, check the back of the phone, get them to take another one. That's what I say. Anyway, I've got to go because I've got to take these pictures and email them off. I hope that was helpful. I always think that, you know, once the photo comes back, if you're in any doubt, just knock it into black and white and it always looks loads better. Up the contrast, up the exposure. You can't go much wrong. But that's all in post-production. So I'm going to drop all the photos in now. None of them are retouched or anything like that. I might have messed around with some of the exposure or what have you just on the computer to show you different effects. But none of them are retouched. It's just makeup that I've been wearing the whole day, so it's a little bit kind of worn around the edges, I'm afraid. But such is the way of life. So enjoy this little impromptu photo shoot. Hope this is helpful to some of you, and I shall see you in the next video.